Hey everybody, Animal Man here. Today I'm going to show you my technique for dusting your feeder crickets with either calcium or multivitamins. Stay with us. I'm going to teach you my technique. This is not the only way to do it. I'm actually going to teach you two techniques. And one of them is if you're like most people that have just like a bearded dragon or a fire-bellied toad or something, and you go to the pet store, you know, Petco, PetSmart, wherever, a couple times a week, and you get a bag full of crickets like this. This is a bag of 100 that I got at Petco today just to shoot this video for you, to show you how to do it. The second technique I'm going to show you is what I do. I buy them in bulk by 1,000 and store them here. And I'll show you what I do for that, because we're not going to use the same technique that we'd use with this bag. So, technique number one with the bag, what you should do if you want to gut load your crickets, I'll do a video shortly as soon as I can about gut loading. But what you should do is when you first buy them from the store, you don't know always if they are hydrated, if they fed them fruits and vegetables that are high quality, and that's called gut loading. So you've got the gut content of the cricket along with the actual vitamins in the cricket itself. So you're giving your animals more nutrition that way. So what you should do when you buy these from the store is not feed them directly to your animals. You should gut load them for 2 days. But what that means is you've got to set up a 10-gallon aquarium or something similar and set them up with food, water, places to hide for 2 days. And there's the smell and they might get out and it's a hassle. Most people either can't be bothered or don't have the means or don't know how to do that. So if you're going to do this without gut loading, all you do, you're going to open up the bag, and sometimes they use little tiny rubber bands, and that's great. You just pop the rubber band off, but sometimes they tie it. You can sometimes look at the way it's twisted. Usually the person's right-handed, so they twist it like this. If you twist it the opposite direction, it'll loosen up the nuts enough that you can start to push it back through, like so, and you can eventually open it. I do that sometimes. You don't want to rip this because then it's a pain in the butt to get the crickets out. So what you can do is just cut it with a pair of scissors, cut that knot right off and toss it. And you've got the nice clean edge on the top here. But then what I do is I go ahead and get out all these egg crates. They're going to put either these egg cartons in here or paper towels, depending on what they have at the store. Ship the crickets off inside the bag, get them all off of there. Now you've just got a bag of crickets. Alright? Now what I like to do is, one feeding I'll do just the calcium. There's all different brands of this. Doesn't matter which one you get. So I'll either do calcium or I'll do multivitamins, which has calcium, D3, and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. The ingredients are on the back. There's tons, like dozens of things in there. So I'll alternate, one feeding calcium, one feeding multis. So this one I'll just do calcium. And all you do is you pour a little bit in the bag, just a little, sprinkle it in there. You don't want to waste this stuff because it'll get expensive quick. And you close the bag up with a little bit of air in there. Some people breathe into the bag. You don't want your water vapor from your breath in there because it'll stick to everything and make it all gross. But this is called shake and bake, and you gently shake and bake those crickets, and now they are dusted. And now what you do, you can see my blue-tongued skink Bubba coming out of his cave there. You use this bottom seam of the bag, and you can gently shake it, get as many out as you want. And there goes Bubba. Up here comes my bearded dragon Gronk. Here comes Gronk too. And there's Gronk on the scene. You guys be able to see him. Feeding frenzy. So you use that bottom edge of the bag and just shake them right in like that. Slowly, as many as you want. Do that for each animal. That's technique number one. Here's technique number two for you guys. Like I said, I like to alternate calcium and multivitamins. So I've got 2 used coffee cans my neighbor was throwing out. I don't drink coffee. And I've labeled them white for calcium, yellow for multivitamins, or you could like draw with a Sharpie, you know, like a C for calcium or M for multis, whatever you want, whatever your system is. This is easy for me to remember because this is bleach white, the calcium is bleach white, and the multivitamins are kind of yellowish. And you sprinkle a bunch right in the can. So it takes up like the whole bottom of that can. See, there's a whole bunch in there now. Same thing with the multis. Just pour a bunch in. You can see that's a little bit more off-white and yellowish. It's got a distinct odor to it too, in case you ever mix up the two. Calcium pretty much has no odor, but the multis smell. So now what I do, guys, because I buy them by the thousand online, my crickets, when I want to dust them, I just pick up one of these paper towel tubes from there. You can see they're all in there. I keep them in a 10-gallon aquarium. I just dump them in there. A few of them came out, that's okay. And you just gently swirl it, and you can see that coats them with the calcium. And then you take them out by hand. If you're squeamish, you don't want to do this, then maybe you don't want to use this technique. But I mean, if you have a lot of reptiles, most people that have tons of reptiles and would need to buy them in bulk by the thousand and house them like this, they don't care. I mean, they're experienced enough that it doesn't bother them. What's it doing on your head? Pew, pew. Hey, Gronkaroni. This is Gronk, you guys. Look who else is coming. Hey, Ruby. This is Ruby, the red-footed tortoise. You don't even eat crickets. What are you doing? Can I help you? So cute. You still munching, bro?